Well, obviously, labor will is continually a main issue that restaurants are going to be dealing with, that have dealt with. And, it's changed, particularly hitting after the pandemic. The constraints on labor, wages, tips. There's so many different factors within labor that are probably the things that keep people the most up at night, but it's a continual problem. And AI is a big thing in everybody's mind about how to use AI correctly, what it can do, how it can help restaurants and not be a burden to them. There are so many issues heading into 2026 that are literally on a restaurant operator's plate, be it an independent restaurant owner or a franchise operator, that looking to technology um, even more as a way to be more efficient and to use data, which I think that's something that fascinates me, is how to take all of that information that you receive, from the guest journey, and how do you make it better for that guest? Well, I mean, it's interesting how now you're seeing a big resurgence at places like Applebee's and Chili's, where people are going for the value. They're walking in that door and they're, what is it, 2 for $25? Used to be 2 for $20, but I think it's like 2 for $25, and they're going in there and they're getting a drink, probably because they can afford to get the drink, and they're looking at the bill and they're saying, okay, I got a couple of burgers and some drinks and my kids were happy. So those are the ones that are having the big resurgence, which had been hurting previously, but they're kind of meeting people where they are, particularly when getting a value and feeling that they get a value for their money, as opposed to a fine dining restaurant. It really has to perform well across the board, meeting people at service, and being exceptional and providing a meal that people are just going to be wowed by.